Welcome to my world. Another day, another time, another period for knowledge acquisition. Knowledge is power, health is wealth. Today's topic is giardiasis and flatulence. When we talk of flatulence, we are talking of farting. When you hear the sound, the gas coming out from your ear, that is, it is a common phenomenon. It's a natural thing. But when it becomes too excessive, then you start suspecting whether something is really wrong. And truthfully, there are parasites that when you harbor them, they produce sound, especially parasites that I shall expose in the slide section. The common one is Giardia lamblia, and it causes giardiasis. That's why this topic is very pertinent. How often or how common is Giardia lamblia, and how do you get rid of it is what I shall expose in the slide section. So please stay hooked and watch the slide section. The objective: to create more awareness about flatulence caused by parasites like Giardia lamblia, also called Giardia intestinalis or duodenalis, and the necessity of early detection to avoid future or complications directly or indirectly associated with it. The introduction. Giardiasis is the name of infection caused by Giardia lamblia. It is a flagellated protozoan that can infect the small intestine, duodenum. It stays really at the duodenum where it contests with other food that will be coming in. So you can understand that it's going to cause malabsorption. Its transmission occurs most commonly through the consumption of cysts in contaminated water or through the fecal oral route. But rather than being a developing country's problem, it has a worldwide distribution, occurring both in temperate and tropical regions. Industrialized world, where it shows 2 to 5% prevalence and 42% incidence and prevalence in countries with sanitation problems, especially where water problems abound. Let us look at the life cycle of Giardia lamblia. When it is taken in through the mouth, like we complained of the water being a problem, so you can find it as in contaminated water, the cyst that will be present. The cyst moves down to the small intestine where it will replicate itself, double itself, and it will cause weight loss because it will be contesting with other food that is swallowed by the person and cause failure to thrive, especially children, giving them stunted growth and making them very thin. And there is also vitamin deficiency as a result of malabsorption. So it is finally coming out as trophozoite and cysts. The cyst is the only one that can survive outside the body, in the soil. So it is always the cyst that is ingested or consumed through the water we take. Now let's talk about flatulence. We all know that it is not only bacteria or parasite that will really cause gas production. That is generally known, but what we are concerned mainly about is the one by parasites. And flatulence could be easily understood as gaseous production as a result of the digestion of food by gut microbiome, or too much air inhalation, or it may stem from a condition affecting the digestive system. There are two main sources, that is the exogenous source are those that come from outside. We swallow air when we eat, drink, or swallow saliva. Endogenous sources are inside the gut. It could be further divided for fuller understanding so that we can really have a clearer. I will go into that next. Yeah, talking about the endogenous, there are complex carbohydrates when we take it in. These examples are like beans. They are difficult for the human to digest, so bacteria feed on them, especially when they get to the large intestine and produce gas in the large intestine that one way or the other you has to be excreted through the anus. Then there is lactose intolerance too. by those people who probably lack the enzyme to break lactose down in milk. So they have problem. The bacteria feed on the lactose and produce too much gas too. In people with lactose intolerance, this produces large amount of gas. There is celiac disease as well. Intolerance to protein gluten means that people with celiac diseases have excessive flatulence when they consume barley, wheat, and rye. There is the artificial sweetener too. It's like the sugar providing enough for the bacteria to produce gas, fiber supplement, and carbonated drinks. Yeah, the symptom. Giardiasis presents as farting. That is when the flatulence we're talking about, smelly bobs, smells like eggs accompanied by large volume of watery stool. There is also the experience of stomach pain or cramp, bloating when you feel so full that you can't eat anything. The complication, however, the one that presents with complication is the urticaria, where it appears like hives, rashes, and what have you. And if this lasts long, it has been incriminated in cancer. So you can then imagine with recent finding that there is that likely association, though it is not conclusive yet. So one should be very wary so that we treat this disease very early and not allow it to become chronic to the extent of degenerating to what we do not wish for. Cryptosporidium is another protozoa that also has the same ability to cause flatulence, and that's why, and it has a similar symptom. So it's one of the reasons again we presented in the objective so that we can understand very clearly. Yes, lab diagnosis, the area of specializations, is just well preparation of stool. It can also be stained by H&E, hematoxylin eosin stain, and the sample, this sample will show trophozoite or cyst as exposed in that accompanying slide, the micrographs. The serology too, the antigen or DNA is demonstrated if there is in this tool. The management, as stated earlier in the objective, includes supportive treatment and antimicrobial therapy with metronidazole, tinidazole, or nitazoxanide. The black walnut is also one of the natural things that you could get easily. So if you are used to eating black walnut, probably you will not be experiencing giardiasis. If you like my videos, please press the like button, subscribe, watch more videos. It's all on my channel as Akinola-Anjou channel, YouTube.